Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of the Iron Meditation, the Art of Living and Lifting podcast. I'm your host, Coach Michael. Here's a true story. My friend is coaching me now. He's coaching me snatch. He knows the exercise. He's a fresh blood, and in coaching, if you want to expand and you want to learn, you try other approaches. Not because your previous coach is bad, but because you want to absorb as much various teachings as possible, because you take something from everybody. With this being said, when you do so, it's not for 4 weeks. You learn nothing in 4 weeks. If you decide to move, you stick with the person for at least half a year, at least. Here is it's really a best time to really go deep, because every initial progress, you progress very quickly. And we all know this. We have our neurological adaptation, our physiological adaptations that are often very quick. And so we progress, and 12 weeks, it was hard. We think we've learned, but then comes second step. We're basically ramping up, going higher with weight, going higher with tempos, everything, and then you really begin to learn, because you usually hit a plateau, and at this very exact point, you understand or begin to understand what's going on. You really begin to feel your coach technique, approach, how he or she deals with your plateau, how he guides you, the rollback, the changing of strategy, tactics, maybe starting anew, whatever. Then you really know, and then you really learn. So the following 6 months of a year, if let's say you stay for a year, you can really develop a relationship, and you can understand how he thinks, how he works, and if you're lucky, and if you found a coach who has philosophy behind his coaching and approach, who has a deeper meaning that hides behind sets and reps, he will take you there. Because there are some performance coaches that are great, but they are an athlete coach, meaning that they coach athletes, they are performance oriented, and this is basically what they do. They will take you to the results, which is fine, and it is great, and it's an amazing. But there is a certain time in some trainees that they arrive where the results become less significant, because various reasons. You've old enough, you've done it long enough, you understand that you cannot compete for various reasons on a top professional level, and your IV, quote unquote, league, local events are fine enough. You take some trophy, you lose some trophy, you begin to search for deeper meaning. And then you want, sometimes subconsciously, to understand the philosophy, because it does not excite you to just come and lift, be it kettlebells, barbells, or even running. Okay, it's kind of dull. You've done it. You've did the half an hour and 10 minutes. You've ran half marathon. You've lifted 2 body weight, 3 body weight. Fine. I know it is. What else? And at this junction, usually people pivot. They go into completely new disciplines. Discover, calisthenics, gymnastics, bodybuilding, triathlons. And there are some that say there is more to my discipline than meets the eye. And this is the same as martial artists, as great senseis lead their students. At first, you memorize the kata until you want to puke. You practice the same punches until your knuckles bleed. Everything hurts. And you kind of begin to getting, if not bored, but really saturated with everything, because okay, you have your black belt, or you know the punches, like you can fight. All right, like this is enough. And then slowly the sensei reveals a rabbit hole so deep that even Alice would say, whoa, this one deep rabbit hole, god damn it. And he invites you, says, how deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Let's find out. Jump. And then it's as you've never practiced before. It's like suddenly seeing the vast universe when you are finding yourself in deep space, looking into stars and the galaxies, looking at the planet Earth, and understanding how small, how insignificant everything that you've done so far is. And by insignificant, I don't mean that your work was insignificant or useless, or your practices. The whole concept of, look at me, I'm a platform, I took first place, I'm the world champion, and then you're kind of, I don't give a flying fuck. I've did it fine, but it's absolutely, it's like, look at these stars. Look at this endless universe, endless web, endless void, like how amazing it is. And why haven't I figured this out sooner? Because you wasn't ready, and it's fine. But now you do. So now you continue the practice for the practice sake. And people don't see it. Because as Tibetan monk said once to Western researchers, you do not see our prayers. You see external manifestation of what we do. The chimes, the hums, the drums, the bells, everything, the posture. But you do not see our prayer, which is inside. So then it becomes really interesting. You suddenly see people in a gym, if you observe, that they lift. They come, but they kind of lift with inner peace. And their results, by the way, can be remarkable. It just, they transcend it. Absolutely. Said, all right, fine. Like, today I win some, tomorrow I lose some, then who knows what the day after tomorrow will bring. And they just doing it. And if you're lucky and you see this person, you're saying, wow, like I want to be like that. I want to get to this point. And then your practice, and often all your life, becomes meaningful.